Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm so happy you guys are back. For this week, I know I'm gonna upload this video on Sunday, so it's gonna be Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Thank you for doing a wonderful job with your children, with the children that you've been that God has given us. So I want to say thank you to myself for really pulling through even when it was so difficult. So for everybody out there who is a mother by birth, by adoption, by by you mothering your sibling, you mothering your adopted kids, happy Mother's Day. Okay, so today we are going to talk about growth mindsets and transformation. Okay, because we keep saying in this channel we want to grow, we want to become better people. Okay, so we have learned so many times in this channel about self-awareness. Once you understand yourself, then you're able to grow, because only growth comes from self-awareness. So today I thought let's talk about growth or transformation when you change your mindset. Okay, so basically a growth mindset you cannot transform your life when you do not work on your mindset. Okay, and there's a wonderful Bible verse uh, on the book of Romans chapter 12 verse 2, and it says, do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind. Okay, so you cannot be transformed without renewing your mind. You have to work on your mindset, how you see things, how you perceive things, so that you're able to see true transformation into your physical existence. Okay, so it has to start with your mindset, then it transforms you so that the transformation is undeniable. Your physical transformational is undeniable. Okay, so when I was researching on this growth mindset, there's something I watched about Apostle Joshua Salman, and he says this: anytime you encounter a limitation, just know it's because of your mindset. So anytime something is not growing, or something has refused to grow in your life, or there's a limitation in your life, it's because of your growth of your mindset. So you have to change your mindset for you to see real change, or to overcome that limitation. I don't know, I hope it makes sense. Okay, so for you to overcome any limitation, you have to work on your mindset. Okay, so for me, when I was doing this, I was asking myself a lot of questions, because I think all of us have been in spaces where we felt one way or another. So let me give you an example, my personal example, because I don't know about the rest of you, but because I'm on a journey to figuring out life, and growing my mind and growing my overall transformation, there are things I have come to see. So one of the things that I struggled with is when someone treats you badly, or someone disrespects you. It says something about that person, but it says a lot about me. Because why would that person think they have the right to actually disrespect me? Okay? What is it about me that gave them the permission to disrespect me? They can be bad people. Past who they are, there's nothing we can do about it. There are people who are bad, and there are people who just decide to live that life. But what is it about me that gave this person the permission to disrespect me in that way? Okay? So when I was researching about this topic, there's something I came to realize. In this pool of life that we are all in, okay, there is poverty, there is wealth, there is laziness, there is greed, there is all sorts of manna floating on this universe. Assuming, imagine, close your eyes for a second and imagine you're in a swimming pool. Okay, in the swimming pool, assuming I throw in poverty, I throw in wealth, I throw in laziness, I throw in hard work, I throw in bad relationships, I throw in bad marriages, like good marriages. It's a mixture of everything. Okay, it's like mixing beans and maize. Beans, maize, peas, black beans, all those things all together, okay? So if you're in this swimming pool, okay, are we together until there? So if you're in this swimming pool and all these things are surrounding you, everything you think about is in that swimming pool. You are like a magnet of what is attracted to you, okay? So why do you attract bullshit? That's a word. I'm sorry to use that word. But why will bullshit be attracted to you? So bullshit is going round and round in the swimming pool, okay? And there are so many people in that swimming pool apart from you and me. Why would that bullshit be attracted to me? If it doesn't mean there's something within me that has a small house of bullshit, like allows bullshit to happen. Not even like there's a small part within myself that welcomes this, okay? So if someone disrespects me, there's something inside of me that attracts that disrespect, knowingly or unknowingly, okay? Or there's where I do not have boundaries, or I tolerate a lot. So it's easy for someone who wants to disrespect me to see that there's no boundary for them to actually approach me and disrespect me, okay? So once I realize it's not about what the next person and the next person does, it essentially is about me and the values I hold for myself that attracts good or bad things to me, okay? So if you do not have a space within yourself for poverty will not manifest in your life. Oh, I'm like ding, ding, ding. If you do not have a space within yourself for poverty, it will not manifest. If you do not have something within yourself for wealth to manifest, it will not manifest. If there's something within yourself that tolerates a lot of nonsense, respect will not manifest. It doesn't matter, if anywhere you go, people disrespect you. Why do you think so? When other people are respected, you're being disrespected. There's something about you that says disrespect is allowed in my life, okay? Or this and this is allowed in my life. So when I was doing this, I was thinking, you guys, we are like energies and light. So assuming, another example, you are a light on the top of a high mountain. Like for example, you're like a small house. They say the house on the mountain. You're the small light. You're the small house or a tower on a mountain, on a very far mountain, okay? So your house that is on that mountain has a flickering light, okay? So when you have flickering lights, there's those animals, or they're called birds, not birds, insects, that are attracted to the light because they like the light. They come and they rotate around the light, okay? So anytime you're on that mountain and you're flickering light, there's something you're flickering that gets attracted to you. So if you do not want laziness, or you do not want something to come to your life, there is an energy that you have to go work on, kill it, or switch off the light, okay? So that thing, assuming it's poverty, does not find the light or the energy to be attracted to you. Are we together until there? You have to go and close the lights, shut the windows, because you do not want, if that light is attracting nonsense, or it's attracting disrespect, or it's attracting anything that you do not want in your life, bad relationships. Assuming you keep attracting very disrespectful partners or very dishonest partners, as much as there's nothing you can do about that situation, there's something that you can do about yourself that will stop you from attracting such kind of people. Because why would they not go to the next person? Why are they not visiting Sally next door? Or why are they not visiting Wanjiro who lives in whatever? Why are these people always attracted to you? Because there's a light and there's an energy within you that says you're welcome here. So when we talk about growth mindset, we are talking about such things. You have to go back within yourself, figure out what is it that about me that keep attracting these things. What is it that I need to do to stop attracting or sending the signal that of these things to be attracted to me? Okay? Are you seeing how you have to really work on your mindset to be transformed? So that means if you realize you're in this pool and you keep attracting a certain thing that you don't like, what do? You seek therapy if you're attracting very bad partners. You seek therapy if your childhood traumas end up causing you to not have boundaries. You pray about these things because they're things that only God can help us. You work on yourself and understand what is my weakness, okay? So when I was doing these things, I decided to fast because there's something I read that before you even work on yourself, know what are your weaknesses, because it's not your strength that is going to elevate you. It is your weakness that is going to come and destroy you. So you have to figure out what are my weaknesses. You write them down and know, honestly, these are the things that can pull me down, because you can grow, you can succeed. But if you do not know what will bring you down, it's very easy for you to succeed and then be brought down, okay? Or it's like a house of cards. You do not grow on a proper foundation, okay? Having said that, there are people who have a, how do you know if you have a growth mindset, okay? Having said all this, okay? You know you have a growth mindset, or you embrace growth when, one, you embrace challenges, okay? You know, so many people see challenges as opportunities. There are people who see challenges as opportunity, and there are those people who see challenges as, I am done, my life is over, I will never succeed, or these things have come to finish me, okay? Let's take an example during COVID. There are people who actually did very, very well during the COVID period, because for them, as much as this was a pandemic, it just opened for them an opportunity. There are people who came up with an idea of food delivery, okay? They will deliver food to your house, like food stuff, okay? Most supermarkets or food vendors strategize very fast to make sure instead of people going to the supermarket, people can actually, they can be able to transport things to them, okay? So these apps really made good money during that time, okay? There are people who, you know, came up with so many ideas to combat this pandemic. So as other people were, you know, they were like, I give up, okay? There are people who were actually seeing that challenge as an opportunity. Let's take, for example, this month that has really been raining. It was really, really bad. But look at what other people did. For those situations where people could not be able to cross, there were people who were carrying people on their back for some money. Or they were using these carts, okay? Donkey carts to help other people cross the road, okay? There are people who were volunteering to help you move. So you see, are you seeing? There's always the negative and there's always the positive. You just have to choose on which side you want to stand during these challenging times, okay? Number two, you learn from your failures, okay? A growth mindset is where you decide, if I fall down, I pick my lessons and I move. There is no staying in failure and wallowing, okay? So if you fail, you figure out what was the lesson in this failure, pick yourself up and move. Because the more you stay on this failure, the more you know, you end up probably losing the momentum to continue if something happened and you're not able to pick yourself up. So you don't dwell in the failure. It's like, that happened, it's done. Let's move on, okay? Number three, persistent and resilience, okay? You have to be persistent in your dreams and in your goals. You have to be persistent, okay? And you have to be resilient in whatever, in your pursuit, okay? So there's no way around it. For a growth mindset to be there, you have to really decide that I'm going to stick to this thing until it works, okay? You have to go around the wall 7 times for the wall to come down. You cannot go once and decide that's it for me. You have to go the first one. If it doesn't work, you wake up, you go the second time. If it doesn't work, you go the third time. If it doesn't work out, you go the fourth, the fifth, and the sixth, and this. Before you don the tools down, you have done everything within your powers to ensure that thing has worked, okay? So even if things go wrong, because they always do, because mostly you cannot, you're not sure, okay? So even if things never go as you wish them to go, you have to be resilient. You have to keep at it, okay? Another thing on the 4th point is you have to be open to feedback. You guys, you know, I've come to realize only people who allow feedback, and I'm not saying about negative, I'm not saying about those people who are malicious with their feedback. You have people who can give you positive feedback, okay? They have criticized your work, they have seen, and they're giving you positive feedback, okay? Those people that you trust, those people that are in your life to help you grow. If they come up and say, I think you should change A, B, C, D. I think you should have done A, B, C, D, okay? Your mind is not quick to say, I know, I will do it next time. And you guys, we've seen people who always are very defensive. They don't want to take any criticism, positive, negative. They do not want to take any criticism. So you have to be open-minded to receiving feedback, positive and negative. Because only then is your mind, are you able to sit down and say, okay, I did my last video. I have people who give me positive, negative criticism. I know they tell me this, and I think you should do this and this. My work is to sit down and try to change or try to work on the things that were not working on the last video, okay? The same applies to you, your business, your work. When someone comes to you and gives you feedback, take it positively, especially for people who we respect, we love, the people who, if it's your customer, you have to take the feedback, because these are your customer. They are the people who pay you to be doing this work, okay? For if you're given this, because I've seen so many people fight back feedback. Like they're like, no, I don't like that feedback. I don't know why they're saying what they're saying, and then you end up, you know, not succeeding in whatever you're doing. So being open-mindedness helps you in growing your mindset, okay? Another thing is cultivating potential, okay? So you want to grow your mind, your mindset, you have to be able to, it helps you cultivate potentials, okay? So when you work on your mindset, you see what is working, what is not working. Then you are able to move forward and be able to achieve that which that you want to achieve, okay? You're able to take risk, okay? You are able to, once you understand the challenge, okay, you're able to pursue ambitious goals, okay? Once you grow your mind, once you know something, there's something I keep saying, once you know something, you cannot be, you're unstoppable. You know, once you know that thing, you can achieve anything you set before you, okay? So you guys, as I've said, these are the things when you know, for you to understand, or this is fertile soil for you to actually have a growth mindset, okay? So I'm going to give you the things that I think you should do to cultivate your mindset and transform your life, okay? Number 1, write down where you are currently, okay? Where are you, okay? Everything. I'm here, I don't like being here. This is career-wise, I feel stuck. Business-wise, I feel there's no growth. Everything right where you are, right where you want to see yourself. Okay, so if it's in my business and I want X revenue in my business, I write where I am. If I'm making, let's say, X amount of money in my business and I want to get to Y amount of money in my business, I write where I am. Then I see what are the hindrances, what are hindering you from getting to Y. So there is X and there's Y. What is in between? And I'm gonna say something. Apostle Joshua Salman said, I've just remembered, that you, where you are and where you want to be, the things that are on Y, on this end, so if you're here and the things are here, this version of you cannot receive these things on this end until you work on the in-between. Just, he didn't say exactly that, but I'm just, that's what I got. Like, what you're looking for is also looking for you. You just have to grow to get to this point. Okay? So this version of you cannot get these things. So if you're earning 50,000 in your job and you want 100,000, this 100,000 cannot come to this person. You've not worked on yourself. You've not gone back to school. You are not learning any new skill. You have refused to get positive criticism in your job. You refuse to work with your colleagues. You refuse to have a teamwork with the people that you work with. You have bad attitude. You are late. You're lazy. You're on this end. And you're earning 50,000. This version of you, 100,000, requires you to come to work on time, okay, to learn a new skill, to go back to school, to allow yourself to be criticized, to be given negative and positive feedback. It requires of you to be very uncomfortable and work with the people that you don't like working with. It has to change your attitude, okay? Are you seeing this version of you and this version of you? There is something in between that you really have to work on so that you get to 100,000, okay? So you write everything down and see where you are, where you need to go, and what is the work in between for you to achieve those things, okay? Number 2, stop watching stupid things. Stop watching, listening to things that do not serve your purpose. I'm sorry. You guys, hey, this mind is very powerful. It's like an engine, and you keep putting nonsense. You go, instead of going to buy your car oil or your gas from a certified or recognized, they're called what? The petrol stations. You're going to the back end, behind there somewhere where, where people sell oil that they have manufactured. I don't know what to say. That's what you're putting in your car. How long will that car run for? Because that's what you've decided. Anytime you decide to listen to garbage, like, to listen to things that are not important, it's like you're feeding. I know this is not even an engine of the car that you can go to a mechanic and he can try to change the engine. This mind is not being changed. Like, you cannot go remove this mind and tell a mechanic to put in a new mind. This is your God-given mind, and you are watching garbage. You're listening to garbage. So if you listen to all those things and your mind is formed in this is the ground that you've decided your mind to thrive in, okay? How are you ever going to grow to the levels that you want to grow? You have to really remove yourself. If you are in any environment that is detrimental to your mind, you have to remove yourself. Non-negotiable. Anything that comes to play with your mind has to go. Has to go, because this is where ideas are formed. This is where growth, transformation happens. This is your makeup. This is where your everyday, what you say from your mouth, what the person that you become. It all starts from here, and here is where you allow to see. Here, attach yourself to things that don't serve you, and then you question why people question your your conversations. People question the kind of person you are. People question a lot of things about you, your values. Okay, people question that because you cannot give what you do not have. So you have to input knowledge for you to actually speak knowledge from your mouth. You have to input a positivity for you to speak positive. You have to input a lot of things. Work on your mindset, the things that have dragged you until today, so that you're able to become and serve other people. Okay, because if my mind is empty, there's nothing I can say. So you have to cultivate your mind, and so you have to be very careful what gets into your head, what gets into your mind. What do you allow your eyes to see? What do you allow your eyes to to your ears to hear? What is getting into your ears to cultivate this mindset? Okay, so that you're able to actually be a person of substance. I'm just gonna say that and leave it at that. Okay. Another thing is the third point is remove yourself from relationships and friendships that do not serve you. If show me your friends and I will show you who you are. That's what they say, I think. Show me your friends and I will tell you exactly who you are. Because let me tell you, we assume that, oh, this friend of mine likes gossiping, but I am not a gossiper. Oh, this friend of mine likes drinking alcohol and other stuff, but I don't do that. Or this friend of mine is involved in this and that, but I don't do that. Let me tell you, I will give you 2 years to see if after those 2 years you will not be your friend. Because we are a relationship, we like relationships, and we thrive from the connection. So if you connect yourself with the wrong person, there's a possibility you adapt the wrong things than them adapting the good things. There's a possibility. So if this group of people don't serve you, or they do not work for your favor, or the values that you have. So if you don't drink alcohol and you don't go out clubbing, so why would you have friends who want you to go who go clubbing and who likes drinking alcohol or who likes doing this? Because sooner or later you'll find yourself there, by the way. And I'm not judging people who go to the club. That's just what you do. I'm just saying, if you decide to have certain friendships, make sure your values are similar, so that you can feed on each other. So I know this friend of mine, she's in business, I can feed on her, and she can feed on me. Probably I'm good in this area. So we are feeding each other, but in a positive way, okay? So that our connection thrive. Okay, number 4, write your affirmations down and repeat them to yourself every now and then. Okay, this is what I am saying. So the way we and I'm going to talk about myself. You grow up in an environment where you didn't hear a lot of things. These are things that you're learning as you're a grown up. Okay, so there are things you didn't hear, there are things you have to cultivate when you're even at this age. Okay, so you have to write your affirmation of the things that you want in your life. I'm going to give you an example. You can have such affirmation: I am beautiful. Yeah. I am kind. Okay. I can make my dreams a reality. I deserve all good things. I am creating the life that I want. I have more than enough money to meet my needs. The money I spend is always replaced, so that's not something to worry about. I have a positive attitude towards money, and my bank account is always growing. I trust in the universe to bring me an honest, a trustworthy, and a loyal partner or husband, or whatever you want to look at it. Okay, are you seeing? So you have to repeat this to yourself yourself every day, I am kind, I am beautiful. Money comes easy to me. I do not chase, I attract. Yeah, like money is attracted to me because there's something about me that says you can come here, we take care of you, we know how to manage money, we are good stewards of money, because money goes where it's treated better or it's treated well. Okay, just like any other friendship, people go where they're treated well. If you treat me badly, I will never come back to your house. So money stays where it's treated well. So you, when you say these affirmations, you learn to affirm yourself and practice. Even when initially your mind will be like, you're lying, you don't treat money well, or you are not, whatever, you're trying to create a dream life, but you're not yet there. So your mind might want to, tell you we're lying. But if you keep repeating it, keep saying it every day, just say this affirmation: I love you, you're kind, you're beautiful, you're beautiful, you're beautiful. I'm just saying, you take a mirror, you guys, as I was saying, you have to, some of us grew up in household where we were never told we are beautiful. Okay, so you guys, you take a mirror. Where's my, I wish I had a mirror. You guys, like, I'm just gonna use my Fit Me powder, a mirror. You have to take your mirror, and say and talk to yourself. Tell yourself, I'm beautiful. Anti beautiful. Yeah, yeah. You're kind. You deserve to be here. You're loved. You're surrounded by people who love you. You have to, gas yourself up a little bit. Not a little bit, a whole lot. Because if you're waiting for people to come and tell you these things, it will never happen. Okay, and if you're struggling with self-confidence because of the environment that you grew up in, because people never told you you're beautiful, you're doing wonderful, you have to tell yourself you're doing wonderful. You're doing a pretty good job. I see you. Okay, even if people don't see you. Okay, that was one of my fourth point. Okay, my fifth point is you have to practice gratitude, and every day you have to be grateful and express your gratitude towards where you are currently. Okay, so as much as we are working towards something, we also have to be appreciative of where we are. Okay, so you have to be grateful every day. Thank you, God, I'm alive today. I get to spend time with my family. I get to go to an environment where I work with wonderful people. I thank you for my customers. Thank you for the suppliers that I have. Thank you for my home, that I have a home. Thank you for the lights, and me being able to have electricity in my house. Thank you because we have food, we have shelter. Thank you because we have clothes on our back. You have to, you have to cultivate being grateful always, because again, if you're not grateful where you are, what makes you think once you get where you want to go, then you'll be grateful? So in your smallness, in where you are, thank God that I'm able to earn this amount of money now. Me seeing that in the future I'm gonna be earning this much, but I'm thankful for this much, that this much that is able to pay my rent, is able to put a roof over my roof over me and my children. I'm able to pay for their school fees. I'm able to cater for my clothing, and and a few, I am able to take my kids out. Where I am, I'm grateful. I know I'm going far, but where I am, I'm grateful. Okay, so you have to really put yourself in that. Every day you journal, you write what you're grateful for. It cultivates. As you're reaching to your goals, you have to also be thankful where you are. Okay, the last one is you have to write all your goals down and create a vision board. In the Bible, the book of Habakkuk, verse 2, chapter 2, verse 2, okay? 2:2. It says, write your vision down and make it plain, okay? So you want to grow, okay? You want to transform your lifestyle, your life. You're so tired of where you are. You want to go somewhere, but you also don't know where you are. You also don't know even where you're going. So you have to create a vision, your goals down. You have to write your goals down. And I keep saying this, you have to write your goals down. There is no any other way. You write your goals, you create a vision board. You can use Canvas. You go to Canvas, you create different, you take the template, you create different of things that you see yourself. If it's going back to school, if it's traveling to a different country because of work, or because of trainings, or because you want to open a school, you want to open a business, you want to earn X amount of money, you want to grow spiritually, all those things, you write them down. You can even go on Canvas and create a vision board, so that you can put that vision board either on your phone screen or on your desktop screen, so that every day you're reminded why you're where you are. If you're working hard towards something and you're able to see that, like every day you wake up and you're like, yeah, it's hard today, but I know where I'm going, so it doesn't seem as hard as it should, okay? Because you know where you're going and you're creating your goals, okay? So for you to be transformed, you have to grow your mindset. Your mindset has to change, and your mindset can only change if you cultivate things that can help your mind grow. Okay? Thank you very much for listening, and I'll see you on the next one. Happy Mother's Day to everybody out there. Bye.